Hello lovelies, welcome to my channel. This is Elisa from Elisa's Creations. Today we are gonna do the tutorial for this lovely snail mail folder that I've recently created using the Whimsy Roses digital kit from the craft room membership from Shabby Art Boutique. I have a full flip through in my previous video, which I'm gonna link down below in the description box, so if you would like to have a look into it. And today we are going to recreate one using the same kit but different paper from the kit. The elements that go inside will be the same. For this project, the materials needed are a big envelope. I'm going to recycle one. You know, one of these big window envelope that comes with mail? I actually had a few of these, so I'm going to recycle one of this one. And this is going to be our base. You need some pretty paper. You can use any kit that you would like to. You can use scrapbooking paper as well. It's completely up to you. As I said before, I'm going to use the Whimsy Roses digital kit from Shabby Art Boutique. You also need some glue. For this project, I would strongly advise wet glue. I'm using Aleene's tacky glue, which is my favorite glue. You obviously need some scissors that we need throughout the project. If you prefer to use a paper cutter or an X-Acto knife to cut the pages, completely up to you. You also need some pretty images. I'm using the Fussy Cut from the Whimsy Roses kit. And you also need some foam paper, which is an option. I use this one instead of glue to give more dimension when I glue down certain images. If you have a bone folder, it would be great. Otherwise, you can use the back of your scissors. We're going to take some measurements. So I'm going to recommend to have a ruler and a pencil as well. We also need some decorations. I'm going to use some pearls and some lace. That is completely optional. It's completely up to you. You don't have to use them. The first step is to glue this flap down. We're going to create our flap, and this is what I mean. We're going to create this one. So when I made this one, I completely eyeballed it, but if you want to have some measure, we can measure it and do pretty much the same measurements. It's pretty much 4.5 inches. So we can get our scoring tool and we can score this. Now we fold the flap. Now we need to cover this. To do that, I'm going to use 4 different papers. You can use only one, you can use 2, you can use 3. It's completely up to you. I like to have the effect of having different papers throughout the project. So I'm going to use one for this surface, one for this one for this one, and also one for the back. Let's choose the ones we are going to use today. So I've decided to use this page. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love the color. So we're gonna use this one. How exciting. I normally go for pink. The other one, as you could see, was all pinky. This one is gonna be slightly different. So you have 2 options in this case. You can cover the whole thing all the way. So you would measure 4.5, as we said. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave a bit of margin. I like when you see white. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna leave a bit like that. I'm gonna use a pencil to mark where to cut. So I know that this one is 4.5 because we measured before, but I wanna leave like 1/2 inch of the white. So you would simply cut 4.5 minus 1/2 inch if you wanna do that. So let's see what we've done. Length is 9 inches. So I'm gonna cut 1/2 inch less. I'm gonna just mark it with a pencil. Is enough for me. I'm quite happy with that. I'm gonna just glue this page. This is done, so now we're gonna do the inside. For the inside, I'm gonna use this page. I'm gonna just mark in here, as we said, we're gonna leave half an inch pretty much. So I'm gonna just eyeball it. You can measure if you'd like to. I'm gonna just trim it using a paper cutter. This is gonna be our pocket. I'm gonna mark it here where I want my pocket ends, and I'm gonna add 1 inch to here because we're gonna create a pocket that is like this, expandable. You see, this way, so you can actually fit more stuff inside. So we are gonna do that. So you mark here where you would like your envelope to end, and you add 1 inch. I'm gonna do that using a paper cutter. Now we take our scoreboard, and what we're gonna do is score at half an inch here, rotate it half an inch here, half inch here as well. Yeah, I hope it makes sense. So now we're gonna just fold our scores. Don't cut exactly on the corner, just leave a little bit like that. You do the same on the other side, not on the corner, just a little bit up like this. So now we're gonna glue our pocket down. I forgot to mention that we're gonna create a notch. So you rotate your pocket, you take a circle punch, and you just eyeball it pretty much in the middle. You make a little notch. This is gonna make easier to grab things inside your pocket. There we go. Do it before applying the glue. I think would be better. I forgot about that completely. Here we go. We leave a bit of white in here. I'm gonna try to reuse what we've cut. So I've decided to use this one to create the pocket. This one looks good, so I would probably go for this one. Let's try. I'm gonna remove all the white, and we're gonna cut down to size, and we're gonna glue it down, and we're gonna create a pocket. I'm gonna show you how to create a pocket as well. So we're gonna create a side pocket. We're gonna score half inch, 1, 2, 3 on these 3 sides, and we have a pocket here. You can also create a notch now if you'd like to. This one I don't think I'm gonna do it. I didn't do in the other one either, but it's completely up to you. So we're gonna get our scoreboard and make the scores. So now we need to cover the back. So to cover the back, I'm gonna use this page. Now it's the front part, which is the one of decorating. I'm gonna look for a central image to put in here, and after see what else to put. Sometimes one image is okay. So I was thinking of using this one. It's gorgeous. So I'm gonna fussy cut this one. I'm actually doing off camera. So that is my fussy cut image, and wow, it is big, and I'm gonna tell you the truth, I love it. Normally I would do layering, however, because this image is already big enough, I don't think there's need to do any layering. What we're gonna do, place a word here, and because I've made a little bit of a mess here with the glue, I'm not completely satisfied with that. I might have to sacrifice and put some pearls. Oh, what sacrifice! or lace. I think I'm gonna go with the pearls. I'm gonna place the pearl first. So what do you really think of these? Please let me know in the comments. I am actually loving it. Love, love, love. And this word is just perfect for this. So now let's move on. So I've made this one, lots of pearls, like it's the kit with lots of pearls. It goes really well, I truly think so. So now what we're gonna do on this side, we are gonna add, if you're gonna send it to your pen pal and you're gonna do exactly what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a letter for my pen pal. I've already created one. This is probably gonna go to my other pen pal. So I'm gonna show you how to do it if you're interested with. If you're not doing it for pen pal, you can put other fussy cards from the kit. You can create other elements from the kit. I'm sticking with the letter. The first thing to do is to decide which paper we would love to use. I'm gonna go for this one. I think it goes really well with the paper. I also have this one. This one really goes well as well. Now I am undecided. This one really goes well as well. So now is where I get really undecided. Pink love, I'm gonna go for this. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have this one because I've printed one-sided. If you are like me and you have printed one-sided, I'm gonna make it obviously double-sided. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this one. So if I change my mind, I can actually turn it around. How cool is that? So I'm gonna just glue it down. That's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna let this dry. In the meantime, what we can do, we can actually prepare the letter that goes inside. I've got one of these pink prime pages. It's super pretty, I love it. So I'm gonna cut the white borders and come back to you and show you how to do it. So this one is an A4. Well, it's not A4 anymore because I cut the white border, so it's a different size, it's slightly smaller now. So what you're gonna do, you fold this one in 3. When you open up, it looks like that. I'm gonna add one of the lovely fussy cards, just for fun. This one, we simply do it this way. We do the measurements later. We fold it in half. Let's fold it in half. I already folded it in half. So you fold it in half. In terms of length, we need to do some measurements. Because you don't need it all because it's too long for the folder. And you don't want it to go all the way down. It's good that we've done this one as well before because obviously it needs to be long enough for that. So let's slightly longer than our letter, but not too much. For our letter ends here, so you want it longer than that, but no longer than this. So I'm gonna just mark it here. Plus you got a bit of space here as well for the letter. So I'm gonna cut it, use the paper trimmer. This is done. Our letter goes inside this way, it's perfect. You can round the edges if you want to. I'm not sure I will. Let's see how it looks on this one. I like the parts sticking out, obviously, from, it's slightly bigger, so I'm gonna cut a little bit more at the bottom, just half of an inch. I'll be back. So I've trimmed it again. As I said before, I think I'm gonna put this one underneath. Perfect. That's perfectly fine now. I like the parts sticking out. Oh, I always love the parts sticking out. So here, as you can see, it's the same pages, So I would like to do some contrast. I have this beautiful fussy cut. I think I'm gonna add this one over here. We need to do, last but not least, we have this pocket. In the other one, I placed 2 envelopes inside. However, in this one, we might do something different. If you want to place your envelopes, please go ahead and do it. I have used this one. This one is one of the 5 folders. So what I did, I created a pocket and put another one of these pages inside. Just came to my mind because I always ask questions in my pen pals, so I can use it for that. So you what to do with this one. So you take the 5 folders, the one you like, there's quite a few in here. You simply create a pocket. Okay, you simply create a pocket and you fold it down. Remember to do this way, so the glue goes this way and the pocket doesn't become smaller. That's become your pocket. So what I've done with the paper, obviously it's much smaller than an A4 because it needs to fit inside the 5 folder. I'll give you some measurements. This one is 8 inches by 7.5. So what I did, it was I can't even remember now what I did. So basically oh yeah, I do, I fold it in half first, and after I simply fold it in half, and this way. I hope it makes sense. I hope it does. It's one of those things that you do it without even realizing you're doing it. I actually have done this one before this one, and I was actually looking for something and I was like, oh, actually it does fit inside. I added a little rose and added some decorations to the 5 folder. Front and back, there's always a curve, always. And this one goes inside. I think it really goes well with this one. Now what we're going to do, we're going to decorate this bit because we haven't just yet. Did I show this one inside? It's just a plain notebook with the page from the kit. I love this pink page. It just looks so beautiful. I love it. So we have it all. I hope you like it. I love it. Let's have a quick flip through of our Snail Mail folder. So we have this lovely bird that is too adorable. So inside we have the 5 folder with the answer questions, another 5 folder, mini 5 folder with some journaling cards inside. We have the lovely notebook. And we also have the letter, the pen pal letter, with a surprise inside that is the button cards. I love these button cards. I have a tutorial on how to make the paper buttons and the card itself. I'm gonna link it down below in the description box. They are so much fun to make. I've made so many of them and they're super fun. So that's pretty much it from me from today. I hope this video was helpful, inspiring, and I hope you're gonna make one of your Snail Mail folder. Let me know if you do, and let me know in the comments what you think of this version. I will see you in my next video, and thank you so much for joining me. Bye bye.